Hey everyone, how you doing? Saturday afternoon on the buses. Here we go. Let me turn that volume down on the iPad. I don't want to hear myself speaking. That wouldn't do at all. Thanks for coming in. Hope everyone's alright. Enjoying your weekend. Hope the weather's good where you are. Looks pretty good up here today, I must admit. A bit breezy, a lot of sun, so perfect to get down to Forteventura. Hey Jack, how you doing? Jack's just got out of a bus. That's pretty good. Let me load this up. So another patch for PlayStation on was it Thursday? Was it Thursday? Was it Friday? I don't know. They pushed one patch out, didn't they? And then it made a mess of things for the time being for a few people. And then they fixed that quickly with another patch, which enabled the wheel support. But I don't know what else. Can't seem to get any patch notes, as is usual for these types of things. So we're not really sure what else it patched. Let me turn the game sound up in my headset. Right, that's better. So let's have a look what we've got first. Thanks everyone for coming in. We've got 6 in at the moment, so we've only just started. So I just filled up with fuel actually, as I remember. This bus is a bit dirty, so I think whilst we're here and we wait for a few people to come in, I'll just put it through the bus washer. Why not? So let's get started. I'll reverse it back out first. Now then, let's take off the handbrake. That'll help. So any of you guys on PS5 are now using the wheel support? I'd be interested to know how that's going, because of course I can't test that because I don't have a wheel, but I know a lot of you guys were waiting for that. So I'd be interested to know whether it's got you playing it a little bit more these last couple of days. Hey MF, how are you doing? MF says played tourist bus early today, did a trip. Not one passenger got on or off. Noticed graphical glitches I hadn't noticed before. You've given up on it. Well, first of all, let me get in here first, then we'll talk about it. I don't want to have my first crash already. I know I'm stating the obvious, MF, but did you set your destination? Because I know... Oh god, I'm even crashing into the washer doors now. If you don't set the destination, I know that it can be a bit of an issue and nobody turns up, but I know you've been playing it for a while, so I would assume you've done that. So I'm not quite sure what the issue would be there. The graphical glitches, I did fire up the free mode before just to have a look. I did actually see it's as if the graphical stuff has been reset a little bit. Remember, it was terrible when it first came out on the PlayStation, certainly, and then they seemed to patch that straight away with the very first patch we wanted. It does look a bit ropey. We'll have a look at that as we go. But let me put this through the washer. We'll pick the €43 one. Hey, Puzzle Peanut, no problem. You guys that are in as well, just leave me a thumbs up if you don't mind, because it'll advertise the fact that we're live, and a few people might come in then. Thanks for that. So we'll get the bus clean. I'll just skip this for now. I know you've seen it before, most of you anyway. Let's get started, and we'll pick up a job, and we'll see if we notice anything that's new. That rock's always a bit dodgy there, isn't it? It isn't actually physically there, it just appears there. We got barrels there stuck in the ground. It's as if they've created the landscape first, that you can see, the hillside, and then they've added this sort of concreted area afterwards, and that's probably why there are rocks sticking out. They probably just laid it over the top, but that bus is looking nice now. MF says yes, it was a recognised trip, all as before, some flashing curbs, a whole mountain range. Right, I haven't seen it that bad yet, but let's have a look when we set off. I hope things haven't reverted back to what they are beforehand. Let me just close this window. Believe it or not, somebody's having a street party for the Jubilee, not far from me. And I don't know if you guys can hear that over the microphone. Somebody's outside playing an electric guitar. And as I said that, he's just stopped. It's crazy, isn't it? Let me shut the window. It was always going to happen the minute I went live. Somebody just, you know, runs down the road with an electric guitar, playing it over an amp. So hopefully you can't hear that too much now the window's closed. Hi Tesco Bag, how are you? I'm pretty good, thank you. Right, let's get a job first. That might be a good thing to do. Let's see what we've got. We've got a short one. Shuttle services. Corralejo to Costa Calma. I think we did that one, didn't we? The other night. Jandia Place to Puerto del Rosario. Morajable, Corralejo. That's not a bad one, is it? You know, the other night I was asking, if you saw the other videos the other night, I was asking about these little icons and what they meant. Thanks to a tip that I got in the comments, I now know that this like sort of figure of 8 lead on its side that you can see here in this job means it's a repeatable job. I didn't know that. So we want to do a job really. That's a one-off. Esquinizo to Corralejo, that's a large one. Let's have a look. I want to do one I've not done, really. I presume the rosette means I've done it before, not sure. Shall we... let's have a look. Choices. We're at this top end, so we've got one that's Corralejo to Tindaya, so let's do this one to begin with. Oh, the rosettes means you can give that to the employees. Thanks, Stephen. Welcome in, by the way. You've just been doing the lawns, literally. Ours were done this morning, but the wife did it. I didn't do it. I felt guilty. I should have been out there doing it, really, after having some practice, but it's a bit different when you can't ride the mower, isn't it? Hey, Kraza, how you doing? Right, well, I'm going to do this one, Corralejo to Tyndale. We'll start with this one. And let's assign me to that. Now, which bus am I in? I think I'm in this one. Right, I'm going to assign that one to me. And it starts on the 23rd at 6 in the morning. So I am going to skip time to the appointment. Then we can get up to Corralejo. Got the flashing mirror again, look. Oh, put some lights on. I think that everything else is on. That's on. Let's just flick that on and off. God, it has gone dark, hasn't it? Look at that. It's almost like it was loading in, wasn't it? What else have we got here? We've got reading lights with nobody on board yet, but let's do that anyway. We'll get the aircon switched on if it's not already on. Right, I think we're good. So, up to Corralejo for this one. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's good on this Saturday. Kreza wants to mow some lawns. I think we might do this for an hour or so, have a quick break while I get a cup of tea, and then we might fire it up and do some lawns as well. Let's see how time goes. Let me just catch up with what you guys are saying. Sightseeing's level 8. I think I am level 8 Kreza now, yeah. Stephen's on lawn mowing sim. That's good. Tesco bag teleports to the depot. It goes to Big Mountain. I haven't had that. I know a lot of other people have had that. I've seen it in the comments. Quite a few people have asked me that, Tesco. I think the fast travel stuff's bugged, isn't it? There's a lot of stuff going on. Patrick says, what bus is this? This is the... what bus am I in? The Intercity R62 8575 TCR. That's the one that I'm in. Yeah, don't worry, Puzzle Peanut. Lawn mowing sim is coming. I hope you guys that are interested in that enjoyed that little video that I put on this morning. None of you have commented yet, but hang on, where am I going here? Completely missed it. That's not a good start, is it? None of you have commented yet on the typo in the video. The thumbnail is spelt correctly, but I noticed the thumbnail that I used in the video, I can't even spell street. I put street or something like that. Corville Street. So if you go back and watch the beginning, you'll notice it. But it took me about 90 minutes, over 90 minutes to export that video once I'd edited it, and I didn't fancy changing it and exporting it again. I'm not that pro, you see. So I just uploaded the video, changed the main thumbnail, and hope you guys wouldn't notice. So there you go. If you didn't notice, that's what happened. But I quite enjoyed doing that, actually. That I know most of you guys are way advanced in lawn mowing sim right now, but I'm just dipping my toe in the water. But so far, you guys were quite right with that one. It is a good fit for this channel. It's a good fit for me, actually. It's a very pleasant game. I've yet to build up some skills, and I'm probably a little bit overcautious when I'm playing it, but yeah, it's pretty good. So our service starts at 6 AM, so it will get a little bit lighter, but we'll check out the graphics. There's definitely been some downturn, as MF was saying, in the graphics between the last patch and this one. There's a lot more popping. So it's not gone back to the level it was when it released, but it's not great. And apart from wheel support, which I know Stephen can probably give us an update on how that's going, because he's using a wheel. I don't know what else was in this patch. People have been asking on the Discord, and they just keep saying the release notes are not available, which is a bit of a shame. The update was, I don't know if it was yesterday or Thursday. I've lost track of my days with it being public holidays. It was Thursday. It was either Thursday or Friday. Kreza. Right, give me 1 second to shut my blinds because I'm getting a reflection of the sun on the TV, which is not good when you're driving at night, is it? So let me just quickly close these. And the curtain. That's the curtain going. Stephen says, notice that the free DLC bus, the Merc Sprinter, doesn't work the same with the options like the buses that are standard. If you hide the wheel in the options, it doesn't hide in the Merc. Oh, I see. It's interesting. And the performance takes a hit in the Merc, certain parts of the map. but the wheels made a world of difference. I thought it might do for a lot of you guys, yeah. Yeah. And MF, you mentioned SnowRunner, so you know I was planning to bring SnowRunner at some point. I've got the PS5 version loaded up. I've been in there literally. I've had about 20 minutes. That's all, to just nip in and just try to remember where I was up to and what the hell I'm meant to be doing, because it's been so long since I played the PS4 version. I just need to re-familiarise myself. But I did fire it up, and to me, the quality of it was straight away noticeable. It looked great. I know, Stephen, you've been sharing a few screenshots on Twitter there, and it looks quite good at your end as well. But yeah, I was impressed straight away with the quality. So I'm looking forward to getting back into that, but I just need a bit of a practice first. One of the things, I think you commented on this, Stephen, as well, actually. One of the things was, when I left it, I had trucks spread out in the different regions, and I need to try to remember how I get those back and teleport them back to the garage and all that kind of stuff. So that's how long ago it is since I played it. I know I've got different ones spread out everywhere, but I can't even remember how you get them back, so I need to just play it a couple of hours, re-familiarise myself. Then we'll do a few missions of that as well, because I think SnowRun is generally quite popular, isn't it? So we've got quite a few things we can play, actually. It's not bad for the channel just now. The next tour starts at 6, yeah, that's why we're going this way. It is very Moorish though, MF, yeah. It was before, and then all the DLCs started coming out. It was a bit too fast for me. I was kind of enjoying, you know, at a slow pace going through the stuff that I got. I got the Year 1 Season Pass, and I was nicely going through that, and then I kind of got bogged down in it all. And some other stuff came out that I was playing as well, which didn't help. But for a long time I was playing SnowRunner pretty solid. I think when I checked, you'd said, Stephen, you put about 800 hours into SnowRunner. I went and checked. I think mine's about 400 when I checked. It's quite a bit. That's quite a bit for me, 400. Hey, Mr. Water, how are you? Good to see you. I'm pretty good. How are you? Nice to see you back in. Hope you're well. Krez's playing Microsoft Flight Sim. Yeah, I'm pretty jealous about that, as you know. I'd love to be able to play that. $700 hours, Stephen, right? Yeah. Still a lot. Yeah, thanks, Stephen. I'll check that out. I'll remember once I jump in and have a quick look. Yeah, MF is telling me the same thing. Yeah, I just need to go back and try to remember. I can't play it, Kreza, because I don't have a PC and I don't have an Xbox. That's why. Tiger Heart, how are you? Good to see you back in. Hey, Tiger Heart, you're quite busy in the Discord, aren't you? I see you post quite a lot of stuff in there. The mirrors in these games will cause a hit on performance. Each mirror is like a game running another screen. Yeah, that happened on the road, didn't it? I don't know if you remember on the road right at the beginning. On PS4, the mirrors didn't even work for the longest time. The mirrors were there, but they were just blank. It couldn't handle the sort of mini screen, as you said. They eventually worked that out though, which was good, because that was a bit of a a bit of a pain. This is Corralejo coming up very soon. I said in the last one though, I do like having these mirrors permanently showing. It does definitely help me. I mean, I'm bad as it is, but if I didn't have these on, I'd be even worse, you know. I mean, I think the PS5, that all the next gen stuff, you know, should properly be able to handle having the mirrors on without too much issue. I mean, after all, they've cut the rain out for us, haven't they, on the windscreen? So they've left some memory for us to use for the mirrors. Right. So we're due to start at 6. Actually, I want to check with you guys as well. I did do a shuttle service again. I did try a shuttle service. Now, obviously that's improved. You can scroll down the mobile phone now. I notice you can see what's going on. I also use your guys' advice, and you know, when you check somebody in, you don't really need to use the one on the left. You just look at what is showing on their actual phone when you scan them, and you can see if it's your tour or not. That's fine. I picked up 27 passengers. Opened the luggage racks, and I know it doesn't show them loading the luggage, which would be nice. So I opened the luggage racks. Everybody got on, apart from 6 passengers, and they were just stood there next to the luggage rack, and I waited, and I waited, and I still waited, and they didn't get on. So in the end I set off, but when I got to the destination, obviously it said I left 6 passengers behind. Is that bugged, or was I meant to wait, you know, minutes? Was I meant to wait 5 or 10 minutes? Because those passengers were not getting on. I opened the doors, closed the doors, did that a few times to see if it triggered them. I opened and shut the luggage bays on the outside to see if that pushed them into action, but nothing was happening. So it's not working yet, Puzzle Peanut. Okay. Well, yeah, I got there and I thought, I know I've left people behind, because I could see them sat outside with their question marks over their head. So it was a bit of a pain, so I did lose some XP. Now the other thing is as well, right, this is meant to leave at 6. And it's 5 o'clock right now. Can I still leave? Or should I be accelerating time to 6 o'clock? Does it matter? I don't think I've been this early before for one, setting off. It says I can follow navigation to the next one, but I don't know whether I would get some kind of penalty for leaving early. Just leave, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to hang around for an hour of in-game time, definitely not. I would skip it if I needed to, but let's just do it. You know we're not perfectionists on this channel. I'm definitely not going to sit there and talk to you for an hour. You'll all leave immediately. If there's a penalty, it is what it is. So let's check the map. We're going from Corralejo, and it's taking us through La Juarez, through La Olivia, and then Tindaya is where we're finishing this one. So it's a nice little round trip. No, I've no DLC. Kreza. I don't think it's there for PlayStation yet in the store. No, there you go, Tesco. No, I don't think the DLCs are available yet for PlayStation. Although I imagine that this patch that we just had maybe brings us up to the same level now as Xbox patch-wise, so possibly the DLCs will get enabled after the public holiday. Don't know. I'm guessing. It's like I've said before, they'll want the DLCs in there as quickly as possible because they're losing money by not having them available. So, if at all possible, they won't hang about with that. They'll get it working. This doesn't seem as glitchy, does it not, MF? Wait till the daytime and see what you think. It's difficult to see right now. I did notice some stuff before though. On the brief look I had, you can see some of those bushes moving on the right. Just wait till the daytime and see. Yeah, Xbox has the DLC. That's right. Yeah. I don't know yet, Stephen. I've not noticed anything right now. So it was up in this area of the map where I had the frame drops. The one and only time I had experienced the frame drops at the end of that last stream that I did. In fact, you'll remember I did a quick emergency save before we got to the last destination because I'd not seen that before and I was worried. We'd just done a run that took, what, nearly 2 hours, and I was afraid I would lose all that progress and that XP and whatever it is, so I quickly saved it in the middle of having the frame rate drops. But this is the first sort of night-time-ish one I've done since then. I've not seen anything so far, so let's see how we get on. In fact, that was the one and only time I'd seen it as well. I'd not seen anything previous to that, but I haven't done a lot of nighttime runs, to be honest. So it could be masked by that fact. Get everybody on. Yeah, the pop-in is the shadow detail. Yeah, could be. Puzzle Peanut says the W906 is a DLC on Xbox. Is it? Is that the one that we've got on the PlayStation? I get mixed up, I must admit, I get mixed up with all these bus names. Some of them are very similar as well, aren't they? Let's get these doors closed. Yeah, if it was anything like the one, Stephen, that I got, then yeah, it was definitely noticeable. It was a bit grim. I was a bit worried for it, actually. But it worked out alright in the end. But it was horrible to look at. Mr. Watter's got the PS5 and the Xbox Series S version. PS5 no rain on the windscreen after the update. Series S has got rain on the windscreen and DLC buses. The VDL is very good. I will try to I mean, I will ask the people at Aerosoft to see if they'll give me the codes for the DLC buses, if that's available. And then we'll kind of try and test each bus, so that if you guys have not bought them yet, once they're available that is, then we can sort of do a few drives in the different ones and have a look at them. Oh, so we did get a different one to the Xbox. That's a bit weird. And is that just another cock-up, or was that the plan all along? Because it seems a bit weird how you have console versions that are different. From a content perspective, certainly, it is. There's our bus stop, so we need to just go around this little block. Yeah, it might get removed. It does seem a bit odd, doesn't it? I mean, I understand technically different, you know, sort of technical aspects of the game might be different between consoles. Oh dear me, straight into the wall. But from a DLC perspective, there doesn't seem any real excuse to give something to somebody and not another. So, yeah, you're right. It could be removed. I mean, we know they've already made mistakes on that front because right at the beginning they. God, I'm not doing so well here, am I? Right at the beginning, they added all the buses in from the other games which weren't meant to be there. So we know it's possible. And they took those out, didn't they? Maybe, I mean, maybe they just didn't realise, Steve, and that's why they've not removed it yet. I don't know. But it's difficult, isn't it, to put something in the game and then remove it? It's kind of like, well, you've made the mistake now. I don't know where they stand on that, to be honest. Giving something then taking it away, it's a bit difficult. And I think this is why I'm getting so confused about what the different types of buses are and what's included and what isn't, because everybody seems to have a different version. You know, we've got some buses here that the PC guys had to pay for, but they gave those to us, so, you know, even that's different. I mean, that's going to be annoying as well, isn't it? For the PC players that have forked out money for it. It's usually the other way around. The console players usually get less, but I guess you know that is to do with them wanting it to do well on console. So once the news gets out, you're getting a couple of freebies that the PC guys had to pay for. Then it makes it a bit more appealing as well, doesn't it? We should hopefully get some daylight quite soon, and we can have a look at the graphics and see if there's anything untoward going on. Yeah, so you're right, Stephen. Yeah, they've kind of lumped them together, haven't they? Is there any, and for people that know buses in detail, is there a specific, what are the two packs? Is there a specific reason for several of the buses to go together in the same pack? You know, are the packs, for those who've got the DLC, is it a manufacturer's type of pack, so everything from a certain manufacturer is in one pack? Or is it done on size of buses? Each pack has a smaller bus, medium size, and a larger one. I don't know, because I haven't seen the packs yet on the PS5 store. I can't comment on how the packs are created. What's the logic there? It's manufacturers, right? A lot of people are talking about the VDL, and I kept meaning to look on YouTube to see someone playing that. I haven't done that yet, but it sounds interesting, that one. This is Tyndale, so we'll be on our way back to Coralejo quite soon. Yeah, brands, yeah. And they do have different sizes. Yeah. I'll have a look on YouTube at some of the other guys playing the new buses. The other thing is, I was wondering as well, is because we're all at different levels in the game. How many in career mode? How many different routes are there? Does anybody have a feel for how many different routes there are? Because I know, talking to you, Stephen, I was recommending a route to you, and you said you looked in your list. You didn't actually have that route in your list when you looked in your orders list. So we all must randomly get different routes. Do we get different routes at the more levels we unlock? Do we get a different selection of routes? I know that, you know, shuttle services are unlocked at a certain level, and as you were saying earlier, sightseeing tours are unlocked at a certain level. But just the general routes themselves, do they get more variety the further you progress? I guess is what I'm saying. Let me just double check the map where we're going here. We need to... Oh, we're going to have to go all the way around here and back for the opposite side of the street. They get longer, Puzzle Peanut, right? That's good for me because, you know, I like a long run. I've said it before. Yeah, I think I just hit level 8, as I remember. Let's just double check, because we can check, can't we? That's the map, not that one. It's this one, isn't it? Not that one. Oh, is it the skill point one? That's it. Yeah, level 8. Level 8. So, you know, I'm way behind you guys. And the other thing is there a max level? What's the max level as well? I did see the sightseeing is unlocked, definitely, Krazia, because I think there was a trophy popped up. I'm sure there's a trophy popped up saying, when I looked it up, it was, you've unlocked the sightseeing tours. So definitely I've got those. So I just need to employ a guide now, I assume, for those. Max level 25 or max level 100? I guess then the question is, do we have anybody in the chat above 25? So if that is the case, let's say it is 25 then, so everything I assume is unlocked by 25, all the routes are unlocked. Yeah, 25. I guess if it is 25, Puzzle Peanut, you've been playing it quite a while, so I don't know what level you're currently on. But you must be up there. You must be around 14 or 15, are you? I think you may have told me, but I've slept since then, as they say. 14, yeah, thought it rang a bell. So, we're on our way back to Corralejo. It's coming up on 6 AM, which is when we're actually meant to start. So we've done the first leg. That's fine, isn't it? So we'll pick up this. We'll try another order after this. I'm not even going to look. Probably going to crash. Watch the Audi TT there. Hey, I'll tell you something else as well in Lawn Mowing Sim. There's a few posh cars knocking about in that game. A few classics. I spotted a couple of Jaguars. I think on one job I saw a McLaren parked outside. Looked like a McLaren. So no wonder they can afford to let me cut the grass. at £500 a pop or whatever it is. You've stopped playing Puzzle Peanut. I haven't noticed the fuzzy graphics like that, Krazza. No, not that bad. No, certainly not. Mr. Watter's only done free play, starting career later on. So you might remember that's what I did for the longest time. I just got used to going around the island. I wanted to have a look what we got, really. So, you know, back in those early days, and it's just starting to get light, look, you just see over the top of the hill. Those early days we did a few of those island tours, which I really enjoyed, and I've got those still set up. You know, when I don't want to do anything serious, I'll just jump in and run a few of those again. And of course we get to run a few of the other buses as well without buying them, which is also nice. But career mode's definitely got something about it, but it's good you can play both. If you don't feel like doing some career, you can jump back into free play. Pietro, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yes, it has got wheel support now, I'm pleased to say. As of just late this week, that has come in. So yes, you can use your wheel. I think, Mr. Water, it's a really strange setup, because if you read the Discord, I don't actually know what TML's job is. So there's the developers, then there's a company that have done the port from the PC, and then there's somebody else, and TML can't run the console builds themselves, so they can't do any testing or work on the patches or anything like that. They've got to rely on this other company that's done the port, and there's a bit of a communication gap in between, and it's kind of like a middleman situation going on, which seems to be holding them up. So every time somebody on the Discord asks TML what's going on with this patch, when's the wheel support coming, etc, etc, they can't really answer, because it's down to the team that are doing the port to compile the patches and submit them to Sony and Microsoft, etc. So they do keep saying, TML do keep saying, they should soon have the ability to run console builds themselves. So they're telling everybody that progress on that front should speed up a little bit, and things should get moving quicker. So if that's the case, that's fine, you know. But at the moment, it seems a bit odd. Thought I saw somebody coming. Oh, he's waiting for me. Let's hope that guy waits for me as well. No, he didn't. He just carried on, regardless. Oh well, not to worry. We're not going to get through this one with no crashes, certainly. He just carried on as well. It just doesn't make sense, does it? So the AI are not fixed properly. That's another thing. There's not much to go for after the sightseeing, Puzzle Peanut says. So are you saying that, do you reckon the level you're at, Puzzle Peanut, have you pretty much run every route that there is available? I think that's why I was asking before, you know, how many routes are there? I mean, you've only got a certain... I mean, the island is the island, isn't it? You've only got a certain amount of space you can drive in. But at the moment, it seems pretty big. And there seems to be plenty of different, you know, varied routes you can take in career mode. But I was just wondering, you know, how many routes in total are there? Because I know they're all line, you know, 200 and whatever, or 600 and whatever, but there's not 600 routes, is there? Certainly. This is Lahares. Hey Stephen Lees, how are you? Yes, wheel support is in now, if you get the latest patch. I think you were holding on, weren't you, Stephen, until the wheel support arrived, and it did very late this week, so you can now jump on. Yeah, it needs some optimisation. I think that's probably still the case on PS5 as well, Puzzle Peanut. Sightseeing tours you make yourself. Alright, that's interesting then. I'll have a look at that now I've unlocked it. Kind of, I'm a way behind where you are still at this stage. So we got 18 in. Thanks for coming in. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday and your weekend. Do give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying yourself. We'll just get some eyes on the channel then. Every single one of those thumbs up does help out more than you think, actually. I think as well we're at around the 820 subs mark, which is excellent. 180 to go till the big 1K, so it's creeping up a couple of days. That's fine. Lots of games, not a lot of time. Puzzle Peanut, yeah. I think we've all got a few on the shelf, haven't we? And some of these are not sort of quick in and out games, are they? I know we were talking about SnowRunner, but if you take SnowRunner as an example, that's not a game that you'll finish in a few weeks, is it? Especially if you've picked up any of the DLCs, it's going to take you a while. So I'm exactly the same. I've said it before, there's a few things that I play on channel, there's a few things that I just play sort of, you know, in my own gaming time as well. So I've got quite a few things. Although I will say, it's good that you guys recommend things like the Lawn Mowing Sim to me, because there are things that I will probably miss. You don't often get to hear about the indie stuff, do you? Unless you follow that scene. You know, if you pick up the PlayStation magazine, for example, it's all like, you know, God of War, that kind of game. They're just not. I just can't get into that at all. You know, all that stuff just doesn't appeal to me at all. And there's a lot of that stuff, the role-playing game stuff, and it's just not me at all. So, you know, I keep scouring the store looking for things like this, and I know Stephen Jakes, that is, the other Stephen, has mentioned another bus simulator to me, which I might try, which is, well, actually it's not a popular topic at the moment. It's a bus simulator in Russia. I might try that. That looks quite basic, but I might try it. Bus Simulator Driver, I think it was called. If Stephen's in the chat, he'll tell us. House Flipper, I've not looked at that yet. That was close, wasn't it? I didn't actually hit him though. There he goes. Right. Oh, another one comes. As soon as one goes, another one comes. Look. Now I'm going to hit the lamppost. Let's try this. There's probably somebody behind me now at this point. Well, I recovered it there. Wasn't too bad. I mean, I should have got it better in the first place, but that's one less crash to knock off at the end. Oh, in fact, this is the end. That came quick, didn't it? I didn't even know we were at the end. 71%, 3 crashes, 904 XP. That was fine for a nice little short run. Yeah, Bus Driver Simulator, Countryside, that's the one. Yeah, hi Ant-Man, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Car Mechanic Simulator, that was another one that was suggested. And then you got someone trying to be me, saying hello. Slight different formation of my own Tintin 57, but MF playing House Flipper right now. It's a great game, very zen experience like LMS, and surprisingly deep. Right, oh, PC Builder Simulator. Do you know I've got that, Mr. Water? I did play that for quite a while. I might flick that back up as well. That's a PS4 game, isn't it? Or did they upgrade it? And Stephen says about Bus Driver Simulator, it's a rough diamond, but it has the single best AI I've ever seen. You know me, I'll play anything that is a little bit interesting, so I'll check that out. Everyone likes house flippers. Okay, I'll have a look at that. Let's have a look at the orders, because we finished that one now. Let's see what we've got. Where are we? We're in Corralejo, aren't we? Let's see what we can do. We got that. That's a large one. We've done that one, haven't we? Corralejo to Costa Calm. That's a very large one. What have we got that's short? Have we got anything that's short? We've done this one before as well. Then we could do a couple of these shuttle services, really, couldn't we? Let's have a look. What's this one? The Hotel Solimar to the Surf Rental. That's on the 25th. We've got something earlier than the 25th. Yeah, we got this one on the 23rd at 10 o'clock. Shall we do this one? Let's assign the bus. Right, current orders. Did I just pick... Wait, what happened then? Did I just pick 2? Oh, that's a return journey, is it? Right, that's the first one. 23rd at 10 AM. So let's do that. 23rd at 10 AM. What is it now? Quarter to 7. So I don't even know where that is. You know, let's have a look on the map. Is it going to tell me where that is? Well, it's down the other end of the map, isn't it? It's not actually saying. Let's just skip time. To the next appointment. This will tell us where it is. Oh, it just had to be down there, didn't it? Look at that. Right, it's fine. Looks like we've got a decent drive coming up. I think I love House Flipper. Yeah, well, I might have a look at that then as well. Like I said, some of these things don't always come to your attention, do they? It depends how close you are to some of this stuff. Power Wash Simulator, I've seen that as well. Somebody else mentioned that to me. I think that's just PC, isn't it, as you say, right now. Right, that House Flipper sounds alright. I will look that up this afternoon. And you're playing it as well, Ant-Man. Right, so it sounds like one of those ones you're all playing in the background, a little bit like Lawn Mowing Simulator. So we should get a good look at the graphics here now, because it's back to full daylight again. So we'll check this out. I think a couple of you were saying the roundabouts were playing up again, the flashing curbstones. Yeah, Mr. Water, there's so many of those, isn't there? Different simulators for PC. I remember watching one. It was kind of like a railway station maintenance type thing. You had to keep the railway station going. Can't remember, it was probably actually called Railway Station Maintenance Simulator or something like that, but I saw somebody playing that as well. You know, you had to sweep the platforms and do all sorts of odd jobs that you would do at a real station, which a bit like Lawn Mowing Simulator. It sounds like a bizarre idea, but I bet once you get playing it, it's actually quite interesting. You can just ignore the fake tinting, everybody. I don't know who that is. So we're on our way down to the south now to pick up this job. Oh right, yeah, so I'm going to definitely check it out, Puzzle Peanut. You just bought that MF. What price was it? Are you in the UK, MF? Gas simulator, gas station simulator. That's another one that's quite interesting, isn't it? Sounding. As long as nobody's going to bring up Goat Simulator, we're all right. £12, right? Yeah, Goat Sim is going a step too far for me, I reckon, Kreza. What's my thing for Goat Sim? I haven't got one. I haven't got one at all. People keep trying to wind me up about playing Goat Sim. Never gonna happen. No, don't bother, Ant-Man. Got one on my list, Tesco. Actually, I was going to kick off with the one we got free on PS Plus, which I think was the previous one, 19. Farming Sim 19. So I might fire that up again. It's just the list of stuff I've got is crazy. Yeah, the Bee Simulator. Did anybody play that? I remember that being released. I don't think that's a long game, is it? That one. Yeah, there is a Bee Sim, Kreza, yeah, there is. I keep meaning to look at, again, I always do this, like many of you. That's probably why you ended up on this channel, but that one that Stephen's recommending, the countryside bus sim driver, I'm going to look that up on YouTube and see what that's all about. B races. I can't even begin to imagine what a B race looks like. Yeah, I mean, just with that, you know, with that bus sim that Stephen's mentioned, just have a look on YouTube. I haven't looked yet. I looked at the screenshots on the PlayStation Store, and it looked pretty fun. But yeah, I've not seen any footage of it yet. Sounds like MF has bought it. MF will be able to fill us in on that once he gets it fired up. Who was it bought the fishing game the other day? Was that you, MF? Did you buy the, was it Bassmaster Fishing? I remember somebody in chat saying they bought that for 15 quid but weren't very impressed with it. I can't remember who that was. I've just not fancied that kind of fishing game, to be honest. Even though fishing itself, I don't actually mind. It was you, MF. Yeah, I thought it was you. Oh, you deleted it already? Oh, wow. Depressing in what way? You mean, is there a lot of, you know, like real fishing, is there a lot of hanging around? Or is it just the way the game plays, it's not very good, or... Yeah, Fishing Sim World is the other one. These are Dovetail, aren't these? The Bassmaster, is that Dovetail as well? I think they keep rebranding it, don't they? As part of the, because as part of the DTG Ambassador program that I'm a member of, as well as the trains, I can also demo the fishing stuff as well, and I kind of said, yeah, I kind of said I'm not bothered about it. It's not really my thing. It's American, is it? Oh right, okay, that's odd, isn't it? I mean, I've nothing against games set in America, but can you imagine if you can imagine a bit more of an appeal with a fishing game, for example, that was well, like lawn mowing sim. From the little I've played a lawn mowing sim, it kind of captures England and Britain quite well, I would say. Some of those country gardens you get to go to is quite good. Imagine a fishing game with that kind of surrounding. Alright, you're not going to be in somebody's garden unless you're going to stick a rod in the pond or whatever. You know what I mean, though? The same kind of effect as that, but in a countryside river sort of setting. It'd look very pretty, wouldn't it? It was the murkiness of the underwater scenes. Fish were swimming upside down. Wow, that's definitely an immersion breaker, isn't it? One-on-one bass fishing tournaments. Yeah. Hey, Seventh Note, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Yeah, lawn mowing sim, as Kraza says, a very good game, very popular with most people, I think, on the channel. And I've just started playing it just this week, so there's a couple of videos up on the channel. If you're new to it, Seventh Note, and you want to take a quick look. And it's the PS5 version, of course, that I'm running. In fact, once we've done this shuttle run that we've got, I think we might just have a sort of 20-minute break, and we might come back, I think, with a bit of lawn mowing sim live. You're on PS4, Seventh Note. I think it is. I think it is on all platforms, you know, Seventh Note. Somebody will confirm. The hunting game, yeah, a few of you have mentioned that to me. I'm going to check it out. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't know, this sounds stupid, I don't know whether it sounds a bit too violent for me. I don't, you know what I mean? Hunting, it's hunting, isn't it? I don't know if it's my thing personally, even though I've just told you I quite like fishing in real life. But I'm going to reserve judgment, and I'm going to check it out. There are 2 hunting games. Yeah, I know they're not real. Not real animals. Yeah, no, it's a simulation of. I don't know whether you shot a deer in the head and all that stuff with a bolt, a bloody crossbow or whatever it was. I don't know whether I'd get into that or not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Battlefield. Yeah, I mean you've got a point. I mean I do play Battlefield, but I can kind of, decide in my mind that it's not real. But I don't know about hunting. Hunting Simulator and Hunting Call of the Wild. Stephen, which one did you tell me about? Is it the first one, Hunting Simulator? I can't remember which one. As with all these suggestions, though, I am taking them on board. I will have a look. Call of the Wild you mentioned, right? Yeah, because I know you sent me some screenshots of that, and actually it looks a very nice game. From what I saw that you sent over. hunting sim is absolute gash. Red Dead Redemption I've got. Red Dead Redemption I've played quite a bit. I particularly enjoyed the story mode for Red Dead Redemption 2. I went into the online and I got a bit sick of high ranks with incendiary bullets just walking in, wiping me out with one shot and then waiting for me to respawn and doing the same thing. I got sick of it, to be honest. So I went back and did the story a couple of times, but I'm amazed with that game because it's such a nice game, and they're so focused on Grand Theft Auto, aren't they, that they just didn't do anything else with Red Dead Redemption really, and they spent all those years making it. It's just, it was such a shame really. Yeah, Gran Turismo I've not got. I can't play Forza Kraza because I haven't got an Xbox. Gran Turismo I could play, and Gran Turismo I have played over several years, for many years. And I played GT Sport, and obviously that was a bit different to previous Gran Turismos, wasn't it? And I didn't get into that at all. Just didn't like it as much. Yeah, Seventh Note says GT7 is cool. Yeah, I mean that's definitely on my list. I mean that'll be dropping in price as well soon because it's been out for a while, hasn't it? I mean, you guys, if I put GTA 7 on this channel, you guys will have a right laugh at me. You've seen how terrible I am at driving a bus. And you know, Gran Turismo is all about driving etiquette and not bumping into people and having a clean race and getting your driver's ratings and things like that. There's no way I'm not going to push someone off the road. You just know they'll all be there with the wheels looking good, and I'll be there on the thumbstick, you know, trying to manoeuvre every corner badly. Yeah, that GTA 5, they're getting some mileage out of that, aren't they? I've just clipped another barrier there. I've never played GTA. It's not appealed to me, I must admit. My eldest son is a bit of an expert at it. He's got an Xbox. He has actually got Microsoft Flight Simulator. So when I say I can't play Microsoft Flight Simulator, I can, and I have done. I've played it a little bit. The other night we were up in the new. Is it the new Mission Impossible? They released the Mission Impossible pack, I think it was, with a plane that can do Mach 10. I can go to the edge of space. We were up in that the other night. That was quite fun. But I can't. I don't have access to it myself directly, you know. GT7 is bumper cars online. It will be if I'm racing in its 7th Note. Oh, Top Gun Maverick, is it, Ant-Man? I thought, why did I think it was Mission Impossible? It's Tom Cruise, isn't it? Yeah, and there was a Hornet in there as well with a repaint, which was quite nice. All good suggestions. Let's check where we are on the map. So we're nearly there. We're nearly at the pickup point. There's the hotel. So won't take us long. And as I said, what we'll do is we'll complete this shuttle run, and we'll finish there for Tourist Bus Sim, I'll grab a quick cup of tea and I'll go live again, and we'll have a go at lawn mowing simulator, I think, for an hour. Because you guys can give me some tips. I think I'm just about to hire my first employee as well. And my headquarters is being upgraded. I think I've got 2 days left. Then I can buy an extra mower. But anyway, we'll jump into that. I did promise to do a live stream on that, so we will do. And then tomorrow night, if there's time, tomorrow night, we'll do a bit of on-the-road truck simulator tomorrow night. Because we've been running that on Sundays, haven't we? It's been alright. I've quite enjoyed it on a Sunday night, to be honest. Is it asking me to... What's it asking me to do here? Just hang on, let me look. Oh yeah, it wants me to come off there. Oh, that was a mess up, weren't it? Right. I didn't think we were that far down. Right, I'm going to do what you're not meant to do now. So, I'm going to go the wrong way down the motorway to get down the slip road. When's the on-the-road beta coming? Not sure. Yeah, it kind of does that. It does that here, doesn't it? It kind of, when you get over these bridges, it doesn't know which way to tell you. Just looking where we're going. Confetti, let's just check this. Are we going to... hang on, which one am I doing first? I'm doing the one at 10, which is the hotel to the beach. That's the first one. Right, so this is right. So the hotel's here, isn't it? Down here. That's the one. And then we come back. I'm not seeing these curbs flashing, by the way, on these roundabouts. So it's definitely okay for me. Southeastern high speed's pretty good, Krazzy, you'll enjoy that. Seventh note says, lucky you ain't my bus driver. I don't think anybody that's seen me drive one of these would actually get on one in real life with me at the wheel. Unless they've got a death wish. Yeah, some shadow popping, definitely. Oh wow, that threw me. After you can tell, I've not been down here before. I did not expect that. I thought we were turning into the usual sort of street. This is the big hotel entrance, isn't it? So let's go this way around. This is quite a nice area. This is the first time I've been down here. Yeah, as you can see, just discovered it. Couple of AI buses already waiting. Let's just back up. So we can be a bit neater. Right, put that in neutral. We'll do this properly. We'll get the handbrake on. Right, doors. The other thing we need to do, of course, is just make sure that's on. Right, so let's check this out now. So let's see this time if everybody gets on. I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll open that. Not that it makes a blind bit of difference, but let's check these guys in. So she's coming with us. So that's fine. We've got 16 people this time. She's coming with us. Go on, love, on you get. Don't look at me like that. He's your twin sister. She's off to China, so she's not coming with us. She is. Hey, she's dressing up in different clothes. It's the same woman. She's not coming with us, so she can go. She is. I mean, it is much easier having a look on the right there, on the screen on the right, showing which shuttle service they're meant to get on. But you can see now on the left, you can actually scroll this list, which you couldn't do. So that obviously came in with the batch, which is quite nice. Right, he's coming with us. Yeah, she wants to come. That's alright. About this guy, oh god, this guy's dodgy. Look at him. Right, let's get on. Nope, he's not one of ours. This lady is. Can you automate this? I don't think so. Don't think so. Ant-Man says, find it difficult to drive the trains. It depends. It is confusing, Ant-Man. I think MF, you're kind of saying the same thing. It depends what routes you've got. They all drive a little bit differently. Although if you generally stick to one country, they're very similar. It's when you're swapping countries around it gets difficult. What is this guy doing? He's rubbing himself up against the cactus, which is probably not recommended. Right, I hope he's not one of ours. He's not. Oh, he is. He's coming with us. Right, I don't. You wouldn't want to sit next to him, would you? Let's see now what's going on. Yeah, she's one of ours. So is this our guy? Is this number 16? Right, he's number 16. Right, so this is what I mean, right? There's two people here. Right, I can't click her anymore. I can't click her anymore. Now it could be... Let's just close this. It could be that these two are our people. And they won't get on. So I think this is what Puzzle Peanut was saying is bugged. See, I can't press X on them now, so I'm just going to get in. And we'll close the doors. So when I get to the other end, it'll say you left two people behind. Just everybody on board just watch the guy that was rubbing himself on the cactus, because that is some kind of itch that he's got. I mean, he's been letting himself go on this Spanish island a bit. Hey 20, how are you doing? Well, thanks for coming in. Hope you're well. And if you are in and you're new, don't forget we're on our way to 1k subscribers, so please do hit the sub button. Hopefully we'll get there in the not too distant. Right, I'm going to give myself a right away there. Yeah, it's not working, Puzzle Peanut. Yeah, you're right. It's just... So there will be a bit of a penalty at the end. Say I left people behind. It's a good idea though. I mean, I like the concept of those shuttle services because it is like being on holiday, isn't it? I mean, it's what happens. You get your transport to the airport or whatever it is. So it's good that it's in there. They just need to fix it. Right, so let's get this shuttle run down to the bottom. Get these guys dropped off. That construction work there on the right hand side's been there the whole time. It's still not moved yet. I'm almost sure, and you guys, if you know about the PC version, can tell me, but I'm sure the PC guys were saying that road maintenance that they do on the island on PC tends to switch around to different places. Seems to be static on console. I'm good, thanks. 20. Yeah, thank you very much. Stephen says you'll smash 1,000 as soon as you start dropping SnowRunner bits. Yeah, I need to spend some time just having a practice, and then we'll be on that, no problem. How are those trophies working, Stephen, though? Because I had 90% of the PlayStation 4 version trophies, and now I've installed the PS5 version, all my trophies are set to 0, so is it really asking me to do all those again? It's a pity those didn't carry over with the save file, the progress against them, that is, because they assume they're the same set of trophies. Yeah, just on what you said there, Stephen, yeah, I haven't watched any of the PC stuff. And probably because of that, I think this looks pretty good, to be honest. Or else I may have got a tad jealous if I watched the PC stuff. You've probably, Krazzy, if it isn't one of the brakes, you've not set the power up right. I'm assuming you're in the Javelin. Probably haven't got the right power setting if it's doing nothing. Oh, it's struggling up this hill again. Yeah, I think Ant-Man just on that. I know they're trying to restructure the tutorials to be a bit easier to understand for new players. I think the Spirit of Steam tutorials in game, for example, have been much better than the previous ones. And they needed to be, really, because it's obviously much more difficult to drive a steam train. But so we're making our way along here up to Confetti. I always catch the bottom of the bus there, no matter what I do. There you go again, you see. It doesn't matter how slow I go. I mean, this length, I'm assuming the length of the bus is just too much for the dip. It's funny, I've just discovered that beach. I wonder if this is the first time in career mode I've actually been down here, not sure. See, I've grounded it again, right here. Because I've not collided with anything. So we got to stop here. Is that for the return journey? Let me just double check this. I'm presuming that's for the return journey. Or is it that we have to turn around in Confetti, then come back, and that's the final stop? Possibly that's what this is. Yeah, I have got videos on Southeastern High Speed Creza, just have a look back. I've probably actually got the tutorials on there as well. It'll be to do with the power changing in the Javelin. Once you've got the power changing sorted out, you're pretty much on your way. It's to do with the control button on the left hand side on the desk. That's where you'll get stuck. But just have a look on the channel. So my intention is to get to this last stop, and then I'll break for about 20 minutes or so, and then we'll have a go at lawn mowing simulator, I think. I'm going to take this one wide, see if I don't ground it. But there you go, you see, it just does it anyway, so it's difficult. You guys talking about the differences in the quality of this. There's probably differences. I actually don't mind this. When I first saw it, I thought, there was that popping problem, the really bad popping problem when we first got it. As soon as that disappeared, I thought this looked pretty good. That draw distance, especially, is something that stood out to me straight away, because I've played Train Sim World for a long time. Train Sim World had a problem with draw distance and loading in of tiles and things like that as you progressed along the routes. But this seemed to, right from the beginning, had a very good draw distance. So I was quite impressed with that. I think it looks right. Some of these coastal views are great. Yeah, you look there, look at that draw distance right out there. And you know, you can see the roads, you know, winding through the hills in front of you. But not only that, you can also see traffic on the roads, look. There's actually moving traffic on the roads rather than it loading in as you get to it. Yeah, the haptic feedback, someone else said that about haptic feedback right at the beginning. It was meant to come in. Yeah, not seen it, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I think, you know, when it comes down to it, you know, this is my own personal view. I'm quite pleased that, yeah, they've brought something to console like this. And this is more than acceptable for me, personally, you know. Graphics-wise, I think it looks good. I'd rather them bring it to console like this than not at all, you know. And we talked about it before. Now that they've brought this one to console and they know the process for doing it, I just hope they consider bringing the others that they've got. Right now, this is going to be interesting. There's going to be a several point turn, this, isn't it? Not a 3-point turn. Don't want to go off that cliff, look. Right, now before these guys block me in, because they're already trying it. Just grinds all the time. The bottom of the bus just keeps getting stuck. Yeah, Fern bus, I hope so. I think they'll say no, Ant-Man, because they don't want to get anyone's hopes up. Plus, there might be a few sort of niggles they've got to iron out first. But like we said before, they put this one on console, they'll watch the money just going up for a game they've already developed. They just basically had to hire a company that's ported it from the PC version. So it, you know, it's like a cash cow. So they're going to look at Fernbus as well, and they're going to say, right, we need to do exactly the same thing. We just need to port it over. And because of the evidence they've got from this, the research they've got from this, they kind of know what kind of money they're going to make from it. So they'll do it. They just might not be ready to announce they're going to do it now. Plus, they want everyone to buy this first. They don't want people to say, oh well, Fernbus, in my opinion, is a better game or anything like that. I'm going to wait until Fernbus comes. They want to sell copies of this first. So they're gonna, you know, they're not going to say it. They're definitely not going to say it. It's very clever marketing, so to speak, really. Hey Mel, how are you? I'm pretty good, thank you. How's your day going? You kind of joined at the right time, Mel, because we're going to finish this. We're going to finish this run now. Got one more stop. Going to have a 20-minute break, and then I'm going to come back with lawn mowing sim, which I know you've been waiting for. I don't like this road at all. Just don't like it. And the bottom of the bus is just shot to pieces at this point. I better put the brakes on there while I was changing to that view. Oh, we're in over the edge. There are some settings actually. You come to think of what you just said, Stephen. There's some. Let's just have a look. What are these things here? Does this just? Does that lift the bus sort of like to get people on and off, or does that actually lift the bus? You know, to make it a bit higher. Lift in the rear. Let's have a look. That's definitely lifting it, isn't it? Let's do that again. That's lifted up. That's the whole bus, isn't it? Oh, I see. So we've got the whole bus. We got just the front and we got just the rear. So has that given me a bit more clearance? Is that the answer? Right, see, I'd seen that in the settings, not realised. Ah, got you. Alright, so that might help us. Hey Doom Guy, how are you? Do you have a sound like scratching from the game? I don't think so. I don't know what you mean, Doom Guy. I mean, I can hear the sound of this rough terrain under the bus. Sort of rolling over this loose stone, but not a scratching noise. You mean all the time, just generally in the game, a scratching noise? I don't think so. Yeah, this is a legit route, Mel, this one. Although, I would hope in real life the road is slightly better, because look, I've grounded it again, and that's with it lifted. There's our stop down there. Hey Reaper, how you doing? You joined right at the end actually, Reaper, which is a shame. If you're interested in lawn mowing sim though, we'll be back in about 20 minutes or so with lawn mowing sim, if you want to jump back in for that. Service rating 71, no crashes. Look at that. How did I have no crashes? Good job I didn't get points off for reversing back up the motorway, isn't it? But yeah, it's a bit dodgy, this road. I thought that ever since we came up. I did wonder whether it was a real road. I did sort of Google it and take a look, and it is in fact a real road. That was interesting. Could see underneath there. We're actually floating on the sea, look. It just shows how they create the game. They start with the sea over there, and then layer everything on top after the sea, which is why you can see the sea underneath, which is interesting. Bit of a traffic jam, but that's it for Tourist Bus Sim this afternoon, so I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've given me a thumbs up if you did. That'd be perfect. We're going to take a quick break, probably 20 minutes. I'll just get a quick drink, and then I'll go live again, and we'll do a little bit of lawn mowing sim, and that will be the first lawn mowing sim live stream that we've done on channel, so I'm quite looking forward to that. So thanks again, and hopefully I will see you in the next 20 minutes, half an hour. All the best.